The White House is one of the most secure locations in the world. As we're aware, the National Historic Landmark is known to house the President of the United States of America. Now, when it comes to security, the Secret Service doesn't mess around. From the presidential motorcade to hidden snipers and security detail, ever since the assassination of former President JFK, the U.S. government has spared no expense when it comes to security. So with such a high level of security in place, it makes you wonder, how does a Class A drug find its way into the home of the president? On the 2nd of July 2023, the United States Secret Service found a small plastic bag containing powdered cocaine inside the White House, located at the West Wing near the West Executive Street lobby to be exact. It turns out that this area in particular is frequented by both staff and visitors alike, and seeing as the White House hosts over 6,000 visitors a day, finding the culprit was going to be like finding a needle in a haystack. The fire department was called in to test the substance and determine whether it was hazardous. The initial test came back negative for a hazardous substance, but positive for cocaine. The story was broken out to the public by news organizations who reportedly overheard firefighters discussing the issue over public radio channels. The Secret Service concluded the investigation by telling the public that no fingerprints or DNA was found on the bag itself and that the person who left the bag had not been identified. They also told reporters that they closed their investigation without conducting interviews. The reason no interviews were conducted is because the suspects were narrowed down to a window of 500 people. And according to the agency, the small amount of cocaine found, which was only 0.007 ounces, would only result in a misdemeanor charge, which led them to conclude that interviewing 500 people would not be worth their time or resources. Some Republican figures demanded answers from the investigation, such as Representative Kevin McCarthy pointing out the fact that the White House has 24/7 security, but the investigation was closed without any conclusive evidence. Even former President Donald Trump spoke on the matter, saying, "Despite all of the cameras pointing directly at the scene of the crime and the greatest forensics anywhere in the world, they just can't figure it out. They know the answer, and so does everyone else." Perhaps hinting at the theories that Hunter Biden might have been responsible. Some have theorized that the cocaine might have possibly belonged to President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. The basis of these theories stemming from his apparent history of heavy narcotic usage over the years, which has been the subject of many large-scale controversies as well as conspiracy theories. As shocking as the story may seem, this might not be the first time illegal substances were brought into the White House. While on a radio show, rapper Snoop Dogg once claimed that he smoked weed in a White House bathroom in 2013.